Welcome to the HurstBuilt YouTube channel. I'm going to be introducing the main character of this channel is going to be the 2004 Hyundai Sonata. I purchased about 6.5 years ago, and it's been turbocharged the past 6 years. Dynoed it at 500 horsepower 6 years ago, and I'll be going through what I did to this car for it to hold it, because it is still very much on the stock engine. Only thing I've done internally is the camshafts. That was just to make more than 500 horsepower. That was the limiting factor of the setup. And we'll start from the front of the vehicle and work our way back. Just general overview. We have a 6266 precision turbo, V-band housing, V-band manifold, precision wastegate, 3.5-inch exhaust. We have the camshaft, our S1 cams for Evo 8, and we have fuel system starting at the front. We have FIC 2150cc injectors, STM rail. We have dash 10 AN. It's the plastic lines for ethanol. We got the Skunk 2 Pro series intake manifold. Got that just to match the intake ports, which are larger on this engine than the Evo 8. S90 throttle body. Just didn't want that to be a restriction. Intake exhaust are not the restriction of this. Fuel system, we'll be going to that. It is controlled by Haltech. It's got a 1500 Elite going on here. Been tuning it for past couple months with this setup. I'm really impressed with it. The safeguards, overboost protection. I'll be going over that in later videos, what I've done to it. That's just to keep it alive and prevent mistakes from blowing it up. Moving back, we have the fuel setup. Fuel setup on this is a Holley EFI Sniper double pump. On their website, it is rated for 1,000 horsepower on ethanol. So I think we're good there as far as fuel delivery. Dash 10 from the tank to the rails. Dash 8 return. Got a 10-gallon fuel cell. Both pumps are wired together and are on all the time. And as you can see down there, there's room for activities. These activities will be also part of this channel as far as all-wheel drive conversion of a Hyundai Sonata, which never came all-wheel drive. So that's going to be an adventure, but I figured if I've gotten this far with this platform, why not? A lot of it's going to be based on the Evo 8 drivetrain, and there's going to be some custom stuff done just to focus it on straight line, drag racing, half-mile events. That's basically what this vehicle is going to be targeted towards. It's just generally a fun street car right now. I do enjoy it. I've had it 6 years and haven't lost interest in it. I've done several builds. None of them I've documented really as far as making videos about the process, but I've done enough of these now where I can explain it better. I have a lot more confidence in putting these cars together and keeping them running. If I can keep this thing running 6 years, not blowing up, with me tuning it and putting all the parts together on it, I think we're in a good place to expand on that. Down the road, future goal is a 2.1 D-stroker to allow further revs, and straight cut gearbox, added to it, and just basic drivetrain upgrades is really all it needs, because I'd really like to see what this thing could do on a stock motor, but at the same time, I'm conflicted with it's physics. This motor will not support, you know, the power goals I have in mind, but we can get there. So basically this channel hopefully won't be me ranting like I'm doing now, but it'll be just mainly how-tos, like how did I get here, and just general knowledge of this platform, which is relatively, there's no information, honestly. There's posts here and there about some guy put this in their Evo 8 and nothing. People have been using the heads and putting them on their Evo 8s for quite some time, but no one's ever just taken the factory motor out of one of these and plopped them into an Evo 8 and then made the power I'm at. And it's been holding. I guess that teardown video, when this does eventually go, will be something interesting. I feel like a lot of people will be interested in the Mitsubishi community, especially because of the shortage of good engines for them, as the 4G63 in that variant only came on the Evo 8s and 9s, and those are a limited number of those guys still around. So I have 2 spare motors. When I originally put this car together, I saw how cheap they were, and I was like, man, this motor's not gonna last very long. So I got 2 for backups. Never used them. They've been sitting for years back here. You know, it's time that I focus more on the projects and document it and enjoy it more, because it's not always about the end goal. I enjoy the process of taking a car and modifying it to do things engineers never thought was possible, or they didn't account for. Because I am 100% certain Hyundai, when they put this motor in here, we're not thinking about the powerhouse that they did. Mitsubishi always, with their NA motors, they always put non-forged connecting rods, just regular rods in there. They never put the twin cam head on them, at least in this generation. They were more into the single cam with the Myvec, and generally, this is slept on. I don't think many people realize that this motor's around, and it's doing work. There's a lot of people who are, oh, it's just a 4G63, or it's a Mitsubishi engine. If it was, Mitsubishi would have this engine. They never made a 2.4 liter with forged connecting rods in this, which is an Evo head. It just flows a little better. All together in one package. I don't have to do anything to this. I could just plop one in. When this motor goes, I could just take the lazy route, put that other motor in it, send it again. Probably good for another 6 years. But we're going to push it, take it back to the dyno, see what it'll make. Now that fuel system's check marked, we have Haltech on board now to control things, keep it safe. And the only limiting factor now is the turbo. I never thought a 62, 66 would be the limiting factor. I do know they have a new generation 62, 66, which I am interested in, wink, wink. That will flow enough for this car to make 1,000 horsepower and still be uber responsive on this platform. But yeah, if you have any questions, comments, please do leave them. And please subscribe to this channel and help it grow. It'll definitely motivate me to do more videos, definitely more detailed videos. I'm more of a detailed person, and I really get caught up in that. It's like it's my zone as far as modifying things. I get real deep into it, but this vague stuff that we're doing now is just the top of the iceberg, basically. Trying to keep it general and not super in-depth. Make this video, 4 hours long. But thank you for watching, and hope you're having a great day.